Hello, it's Adam, also known as ABanimationLtd here, with another episode of Kerbal Space Program. Today is a big day because today we're going to actually try and land on the moon. So I've done quite a few things since the last episode. I can always say that nowadays. Actually, I've got a space station. I'll come back to that later. By the way, maybe. I did actually, after the last episode in which you saw me doing a bit of orbital rendezvous, I went on then to make a small space station, which I recently showed in a live stream, so I might post a link to the footage of that live stream if you want to see it. I also, in that live stream, played around with the new flags feature in 0.20. As you can see, that's we sent Randall coming out in a little vehicle, which I spent about half an hour trying to get him into the seat because I didn't know how to use it. That's all on Twitch, by the way. So that's the camp where Randall went. So I've moved a satellite up into a higher orbit so it doesn't get in the way. And earlier today, I made my first space probe capable of reaching the moon. And there it is, orbiting the moon. But today, we're actually going to try and send Kerbonauts to the moon. So, I've tested this lander up on top of the rocket here before, now on Kerbin. It seems to work. It's a bit temperamental. I mean, sometimes on a few test flights I've just completely lost control and crashed and people have died. Other times, I've actually been able to land surprisingly successfully. Now, in theory, landing on the moon should be easier because there's less gravity, there's no atmosphere. So, hopefully everything will go according to plan. The aim is to actually put this spaceship on the moon and return it back to Kerbin. So I'm hoping there's actually going to be enough fuel. You don't actually need much fuel, from what I've heard, to land on the moon. So hopefully there'll be enough left over to get this thing back up into lunar orbit, send it back to Kerbin. Hopefully. But, as you will see, there's actually a docking port on top. So, if this thing lacks the fuel to return to Kerbin, what I will do is send a refueling ship along to lunar orbit and hopefully refuel it that way. Ideally, we won't need to do that. But anyway, I'm going to depart now, so the throttle is up, let's turn guidance systems on. Actually, I received a message right now, so let me just go deal with that. Alright, we're back. Just had to answer a message there, but all systems are go for launch now, so sorry about the funny sniffling noises. I'm recovering from a cold right now. Again, I think that's about the third time now I've had to do that in some videos on my channel, but whatever, let's actually get this done. So, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. We are away. Flag down there as well, that's interesting. Hopefully I'll actually be able to, if we land, I will be able to plant a flag on the moon, which is a new feature. I'm not going to talk too much during the ascent stage here, it's very loud. Okay, a bit wobbly. Doing well so far, that's the little countdown there. Okay. Oh. Oh dear. Okay, this is a... Where's the side rocket's gone? Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Abort. It's not working. Alright. We've already encountered our first problem. In fact, let's have a look here on the do you have a fuel tank? Oh, okay, so the nose cone. Okay, so yeah, somehow. Alright, I'm gonna have to go fix this. Okay, much more successful that time. So now we can continue going on our journey. Can we? Oh, that's where we're going. Moon. Lovely. There's a bit kind of new graphical effects along the coastline. This is actually even more stable than the ship that put the probe around the moon. I'm kind of pleased with that, actually. I was thinking of beginning my gravity turn. It's a bit too early though. Let's just accelerate a bit. In fact, that's beginning now, but only slightly. Okay, let's detach those. Okay, I was a bit worried there. I seem to remember the probes. With the probe, these stages I just detached lasted a lot longer. Oh, I'm guessing it's because all this is a lot heavier. We're in fact going a lot slower, which may have meant I should have actually begun a gravity turn a bit later, because as you can see our velocity vector's already starting to go off in that direction. Hopefully it's not too much of a problem though. And this is really wobbly as well, it's also slightly concerning. Right, I'm just going to tilt this thing over a bit more. It's very slow to move though. Alright. Oh yeah, this is a slow ship right now. Hopefully it's actually going to be able to... Oh yeah, we're moving sideways, look. Okay, right. I think it's because it's so heavy. You know, it's got all this up here. Oh, look how quickly it's moving sideways now. This is no good at all. No good at all. Right. Yeah, that's already down to there. Okay. I may need to come with a new plan. That didn't really work out, I have to say. Possible solutions. I suppose we could... I'm going to try waiting longer and then beginning the gravity turn a bit later. But if that doesn't work, we're probably going to need more boosters. Because that's the answer to everything. Alright, and we're back soon. Alright, so I'm back again. Now, it's been quite a few weeks since I recorded the footage that you just saw of me trying to launch a rocket towards the moon. So where we left off, I was going to try and get my design to work by beginning the gravity turn later or something like that. I tried that off camera and it didn't work. I've still got a few more ideas of things I could try, but it's looking like I'm probably going to have to redesign the... Oh. I was wondering what that was. I think that's my the debris from my lunar ship is still around here somewhere. Where was I? I kind of distracted my train of thought there. It's looking like what I'm going to have to do with my lunar ship is to redesign it from scratch, by making the lander lighter, or just to put more engines onto the the ascent stage. Because looking back at the footage, the rocket was travelling very, very slowly indeed. Like that should have been going a lot faster. It's no wonder that it kind of just flopped over towards the end there. So before I wrap up this video and try again another time with a new spaceship, I thought I might as well show the new things that I mentioned, which the first of which is my first space station. So we'll head on to that. If we give it a second to load up. And here we are. Because this is slightly laggy, so let's just do that. It seems to be the best solution. So here we are. My first space station. Now I've already shown this in a live stream, but I'm not even sure if the footage still exists anymore. My live stream footage has a tendency to just disappear for no reason. Speaking of live streams, actually, I'm probably going to do another one soon. It seems to be quite a popular thing to do with my live streams. So what have we got? We've got our core module here, which is this whole middle section. We've got some fairly basic engines there, just a fuel tank with some little motors on them, along with our RCS. Little platform there, if you're going down the ladder you can stand on it. Solar panels, got a very large solar, well, not say very large, a decently sized solar array. We have a hitchhiker storage container, which can store extra Kerbals in if they want to stay overnight at the space station, maybe. The command center, I suppose, is in here. There's an actual window is in the darkness, but I can take a look, I believe, in the view from the command room, which is basically the lander pod. We've got 2 Kerbals in here. That's the exit. Rock storage, because of course it is meant to be a lander pod. That is where you would put rocks that you find, I think. And I think if we go, yeah, this is the big window, and wow, this is laggy. I'm getting like 5 FPS here, so let's stay away from that. So yeah, that's very nice. We've got this section here for docking things onto. A little bit of a nose here, and when it gets into night time, it's got quite a few lights on it as well. And then a little bit of a nose, and I think this front bit here mainly is just I don't really know what it's for actually. It's mostly cosmetic, in actual fact. Although it did make the actual rocket for this look a lot nicer. Docked to it, we've got 2 parts. I realised after I launched it, I haven't got any like communications things, you know, like these satellite dishes, as you can see here. I didn't have any of those, so I made a module and attached it through docking ports. With this little tin can here with a few dishes attached. And then on the other side, I added this cupola module. After the update 0.20 for Kerbal Space Program was released, I added this cupola cockpit, and I thought I might as well add one of these. It's kind of another crew module, really. Not much use to it, but of course its main feature is this cupola here, so let's have a look at the view inside there. And I absolutely love this. It kind of reminds me of like the TIE Fighter cockpits from Star Wars. If any of you know, the bad guys, kind of like little fighter craft I have in the original trilogy. Some down there, lovely view of the planet up there. Well, really, it's not that great. You can see the sun, you can see the solar panels. That's all very nice. But just this cockpit as well, it's very nice. It's got kind of like little notes and stuff. I can't really read the text though, but I imagine that it's kind of, you can see little photographs that have been kind of stuck to the wall. So very nice cockpit this, and it's kind of our cupola module. This would be very good for kind of like, if we're going to pretend, I suppose this is kind of like an observatory. If they're going to do science here, maybe they could like, this would be the best room for observing, you know. Maybe there's like distant galaxies or something, like a nebula over there maybe. You know, you get the idea. So that's that. That's the space station. I don't have any particular plans to expand it. I may make a new space station from scratch, which supports a lot more stuff like proper refueling tanks, lots and lots of refueling tanks, so that spaceships can dock with this and refuel, and other such things as well. So we could do a lot of fun things with, but this really is just kind of like a staging ground. It's an outpost really. It doesn't really have the capabilities of a planet in mind to create a proper, full-on International Space Station themed space station, which will be quite difficult to make anyway. Anyway, now let's head along and see the lunar probe. Randall's camera's not much point seeing that. It's just a flag halfway out of the Space Center compound. So I don't really think there's much to see with the probe. It's on the dark side right now, but oh, there's Kerbin, as you can see over there. So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit, allow us to enter the daylight. So yeah, this is the moon. I have actually managed to reach it, but only with this orbital probe. Now I could put this thing onto a collision course with the moon, and I may even do that eventually if I have no use of this. But it certainly wouldn't be able to land. Well, I suppose it may be able to. It's got a lot of fuel actually. I really probably didn't even need this much. It's really quite simple. It's got solar panels, some monopropellant, some normal fuel. That's just about it really. It was just kind of to see if I could actually fly out here. In the ship that actually got this thing here had way too much fuel, because I had to like eject a good like an entire stage. I had to eject into the moon full of fuel because I just didn't need it. It was like a fuel tank way out here. If only I could say the same about my lander. So there we go, that's that. Again, not really much to see, but you know, there's a moon. At least I can sort of get here. So very nice. Now, that's probably going to wrap up this episode. So the next one, hopefully I will have my new lander design fully worked out, and we'll actually try and land on this big old moon right here. So for now, that's all from me. So if you liked this video, a like would really be appreciated. Subscribe for more, and don't forget to leave feedback in the comments. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.